Yo, what's up, gamers? Aaron Shack here. And courtesy of the developers over at Owlcat and, of course, lurkit.com, we were given a code for Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader quite a while back. And we did like a first impression stream like I usually do, and I'll kind of like, you know, try to get an idea of the game and like, you know, whether I think it's like worthy of playing or if I recommend it to my viewers, which I think I do. I think it's a very unique like strategy mix of games. So I mean, if you're more first-person shooter or what have you, maybe it's the wrong game in that sense. But like, man, if you're a fan of 40k or just, you know, games like this in general, you might enjoy it. And then, of course, as we did some coverage of the Skulls event this year, the developers Owlcat are not only working on DLC for Rogue Trader, but they are also working on a new game called Dark Heresy. So, and we have videos about that on the channel. I believe it's, you just go to the Warhammer Skulls video coverage that we did, just Aaron Shack, Warhammer Skulls, like, should be easy to find in our catalog of, you know, covering different showcases and events and stuff. And I figured as I dive into Space Marine, and I have Dawn of War to play, I have Battle Sector, I have this, I mean, and after reading First and Only, the Gaunt's Ghost novel, and really spending a lot of time in Space Marine 2 specifically, I'm finding that I'm really interested in this universe. So, we did play this before, but in the interest of like, let's just start over. Alright, so we do have DLC 1 Void Shadows, and we have Lex Imperialis, which is going to introduce the Adeptus Arbites, which are our Judge Dredd dude, and the Robo-Dog there. This character is also in Warhammer 40k Darktide. It doesn't run very well on PC, it's not very well optimized, Darktide, but it is a great game. And I've heard nothing but good things. So let's do the main story for now. And I should mention, yeah, this is a CRPG. So, I mean, they really let you control stuff here. You can crank up the challenge stuff. I mean, you could even come here and make changes to various difficulty options. I think this is a pretty accessible game. Like, if you've just never played a game like this, like, you could just come in and make these changes. I honestly don't know. I usually play games on normal where I land. Oh geez, you know what? I wish it would have saved my my character. Oh, that's alright, we can... You know what? This guy looks like me. Ah, that's so cool. They added, like, the Arbites. That is so cool with the DLC. But I wonder what you do for, like, if you already have a game going. Like, can you slip into a menu and make a change? I don't know. I kind of like either this guy with the big old stash, or we do have this guy. Guy looks pretty regal himself as well, but I don't know. I kind of like the hat, man. That's my vibe. feel like that's me. I gotta... Paler than the sun, man. What is this? Oh, it's male, females. Found my hair here. Ooh, ooh. I kind of like the hunk. Do that like dark brown. Oh, hang on. Is that the same color? 3. Alright, where's my stash? I think that one looks pretty good. Let's see what else they have. That's... Although, yeah, the Conquistador... Tats. Interesting. Oh man, the augmentations. Oof. And the nose is... Well, if you have one there, just don't see it unless you're bald. Okay.
A new challenge for me.
I'll see you destroyed.
For the Emperor!
The Divine watches over us.
Engage the engines.
I always keep my options open.
My options open.
Time to reap the spoils of the battle.
The
Heresy grows from idleness.
This ruinous favor prevails.
and
Watch this spectacle unfold!
That's like Joker.
Done and done. My
Nope.
supremacy is proven once again.
Death's hand.
you
Through chaos, I stride.
Your existence is naught but ashes.
To arms! Success is the only outcome I accept. The best defense is a good offense. I'll make it happen.
we need to
Deliver their demise. The Emperor gave me a vision.
Excellence matters. Fit for the fun.
Macro cannons!
I-
We have purified the battlefield of the enemy's taint.
Time to reap the spoils of the battle.
Oh no.
Lance batteries, volley! Success is the only outcome I accept. To arms!
Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded. Look upon the Emperor's faithful and tremble.
Alright, Death World. You get survival instinct. Less intelligence and fellowship. Voidborn. Wait, what happened?
Heresy grows.
Fit for the Fon Phalancius annals. Glory of the dynasty.
The Emperor gave me a vision.
This could be an opportunity.
Keep
Blood and success.
I am but a vessel for the Emperor. Look upon the Emperor's faith. Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded.
Voidborn, you get fortune, willpower, intelligence, strength. Okay. Hive World. Strength in numbers. Oh, the manufactories. Okay. Numerable regiments of the Astra Militarum are raised from their massive populations. Okay. Got Forge World. Domain of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Intelligence, toughness, fellowship. Imperial World. Humanity's finest. Better to die for the Emperor. Doing my part. No heresy. Fortress World. Immersed in warfare. Okay. I'll try that one. Let's see, strength, toughness, agility. What's up, Kong? Oh man, Dallas versus Green Bay. That's crazy. I love Green Bay. I mean, I love the Cowboys when they used to be good. But that was when I was a kid. I don't think they're good anymore. Or they're good at not getting to the Super Bowl. That's what we can always count on. Imperial World characters. Select any characteristic except for weapon skill or ballistic skill and add a 10 bonus. What's up, ZZ? How you doing? Weapon skill. Oh, nice. No problem, man. We're just checking it out again. I know I did all this before, but we're starting fresh. Go intelligence. All right, Militarum Commander. Ballistic skill, perception, athletics, Medicaid. Okay. Russian fire, shoulder to shoulder, timely rescue, unflinching heroism, field of fire. Commissar. Okay. Crime Lord. Oh man, the roguish look. That's pretty neat. Minosaurus Priest. The War Hymn. Navy Officer. That's so crazy. Brace for impact. Right. Yeah, typical options here, huh? Noble. You serve me. That's crazy. Man, a lot of commands. You are next. You kill it. You go on. You protect me. You do something. That's crazy. Sanctioned Psyker. Okay. Abilities and talents, run and gun. Ooh, okay. Yeah, all the fancy stuff. That we know Psychers can do, all these really cool. That is so cool. Then we have the Arbitrator. So you got your shotgun mastery, public sentencing, mob justice, law and order, lawful intervention. Yeah, that's so cool. I like that they added these new ones. I'm gonna go with Commissar. Try that. Triumph. Logic. Coercion. Greatness. That's cool. Darkest Hour. The souls of all who perished in a brutal offensive haunt your nightmares and torture your soul. Brand of shame, accused of cowardice, forced to suffer through a humiliating tribunal. Shadow of torment, you were attacked by a group of renegade guardsmen during a mutiny and were beaten half to death. -5 athletics. Let's go with the brutal offensive, yeah. Alright. So now we can choose Master Tactician. Okay. I think Arch Militant. Damage over time, melee damage, negative effects, crowd control. think the other one that sounds good is Archmilitant or Executioner. Yeah, honestly, like, if I start as a warrior, I think that gives me more options of, like, where to go later on. Charge, endure, daring breach, right? Whereas, like, soldier, I get run and gun and revel in slaughter. Burst fire and area weapons. Yeah, I think we start warrior. It's so much information without, like, knowing anything. Okay, so weapon skill increases parry, reduces enemy parry against melee attacks. I might disappear for this. There's so much to read on screen, and I just want you all to be able to see it. You got ballistic skill with ranged weapons. You got strength. Physically strong. Damage with melee weapons. It also affects athletics. Toughness. How easily a character can shrug off pain. Resist toxins. Resisting negative physical effects. Or amount of character's wounds affects carouse skill. Agility. Quickness, reflexes, poise. Initiative, dodge chance, and reaction. Melee weapon, their dodge reduction is equal to the half of their agility. It also affects the demolition skill. Yeah, intelligence, I did pad quite a bit of intelligence here. Acumen, reason, and knowledge. 5% more damage with non-burst, ranged area attacks. Awareness skill reduces enemy dodge chance. Okay. Willpower. Withstand horrors of the warp. Fellowship. Affects persuasion, coercion, and commerce. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, say we do 40, because they go up in increments of 5. So I think agility is also going to be pretty important. We do that. That way I'm good with ranged weapons. Like everything else is 30, which isn't bad. Sword class or firestorm. Maneuverability. I kind of like the sword class. That's... Full screenshot, yeah. Kind of like that little tinge of green. That looks neato. We'll go with that. Okay.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity. That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor, to inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with the chance to give their very life for the master of humanity. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias, at your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before. My regards, Commissar. Finding you was a difficult task given your parents' fate, and your upbringing in the Schola Progenium. Truly our meeting is an act of providence, is it not? I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor. But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Let us walk this path to the end.
I like that you can actually, like, freely move. Okay. Interactable objects. Conference table. Engine seer. I'm disturbing the machine spirits.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Greetings, my lord. Candlelit altar with a copy of the 2,348th volume of the Lex Imperialis, the Codex of the Sacred Laws of the Imperium. Oh, dude, I'm looking sick.
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening? Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Uh-oh. Had a malfunction.
Our foes shall be crushed beneath
You have been
our
ambushed.
unyielding might.
To survive the grim darkness of the far future, you will have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These hints and tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Shoot! Don't let it get close. Okay. He missed. What's up, Hunter? I have no idea what you're talking about, man. Movement in combat. Yep. Turn-based grid combat. Select the cell within the highlighted area and press A twice to move the character there. Movement points determine how far a character can move on their turn. One movement point corresponds to one cell on the battlefield. Moving diagonally is more costly. Every second diagonal cell uses 2 MP. At the beginning of each turn, movement points are restored to their max value. Note that once the character starts moving, the action can no longer be cancelled. Yeah, see how it racks up a little bit? Enemy target becomes marked. Ally who kills the marked enemy gains an extra turn after the current one with +2 AP, +4 MP. Yeah, let's do it.
I will not be deterred.
Shoot this fool.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Oh, that was reload. That's all we can do, yeah? Hitting him with the las guns. Oh no.
The Emperor commands.
That's it, huh? Melee weapons can make an attack of opportunity if the opponent in an adjacent cell initiates movement. It can also be triggered by some abilities. All characters with melee weapons, including members of your party, can make attacks of opportunity. Chance to hit and deal damage is calculated just like a normal attack.
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens. And so...
Critical hit. Okay.
I will endure.
Companions can get hurt by burst attacks or area attacks. Okay. Oh, he's going after our buddy. Oh, we dodged it.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan. I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Ooh. What's up, Pepsi? How you doing? This wonderful evening. Just tapping into the opening minutes, I would say, of Rogue Trader.
Know your duty.
Violet alloy. Symbols carved with a primitive tool. Visible on the surface. Strange, barely perceptible glow. Surface changes hue. Sea coral. Interesting.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
What are they doing here? Back from seeing Spider-Man 3. Weakest in the trilogy, but still fun. Yeah. It never was my favorite, but I think I developed more of a love for it over time. Like, as I watch it over and over and kind of realize that it's kind of the end of the trilogy, and I learned to appreciate what it was for the time and the emotional weight and value of the moments contained within, even if there were some moments that were like a little silly or a little weird. Like, I still think it's probably one of the best Spider-Man trilogies out there. But man, I love it. And it was great. I got to watch those in theaters last year, and I don't know, I'd do it again this year, but I think going to see Spider-Man 2 this weekend will be good enough. We'll go from there. Although
the divine watches over us.
I'd like to go see them. They're not showing it at the same theater, so I won't get my discount. I'd have to pay like full price for each one. I'm like, that doesn't sound very good. And we have them at home too. Yeah, I was extremely, when I was younger, I was extremely judgmental and just very. I still liked it, you know, when I watched it, but I mean, I was very judgmental of it. And honestly, I don't hate the Venom design as much as everyone else does. I mean, there's people that absolutely loathe the casting and the characters and what they did with him and Sandman, but like, it all kind of makes sense. Like, pretty consistent. And I think Sam Raimi did pretty good with what tools he had and what knowledge he had. And always kind of had fun with it. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well, man. We just wrapped up watching Superman with the family tonight. I thought they would enjoy it, and they sure did. I think they did. They really like Crypto. They really liked Crypto, and they really just enjoyed the movie overall. Look at that. So we're on board one of the ships here in space. So this is giving us a glimpse of like other parts of the ship, you know, which we kind of see similar ships like this in Dark Tide and Space Marine 2 as well. Where are we going? I'll remember if this game shows us. We got tech priests, servitors. Oh, here we go.
That is
simply irrational, Lady Theodora.
Look at her
Assimilation
picture.
into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad? While you are considering your answer, Edelthrad, I wish to speak with someone else. Perhaps I shall hear something more interesting than incoherent mumbling. Approach.
What is this? Is this someone from your retinue, Theodora? Do you permit your people to interrupt your conversations in such a fashion?
I give that permission to those with something of substance to say. Let us see if it was worth it.
That's
This
me.
is the second candidate for the title of my successor. Step forward. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Koronus Expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
They give you a lot of dialogue options here. Edelthrad is such a soy Edelthrad. Oh man, not soy boy. You got a soy boy here? Oh yeah, freaking oh my gosh, what is his name? Oh yeah, it was Topher Grace. Yeah, I mean, we definitely only knew him from like that 70s show, you know? So like we never really like saw him in like serious character roles or even playing a villain. And I mean, typically Eddie is like a very brawny dude. I guess they're saying... I'm trying to understand. This is a chance, and it's letting me know that it will succeed. I feel like they might be talking about warp stuff. Heretical underworld spirits. Like, that sounds like chaos.
Thorough, but presumptuous. It took me a great deal to find one psyker who could serve me well for many years. Yet you speak of several.
Yeah, and like the cool thing here, you can like press Y, and you can look at like words here that you may or may not understand. So rogue traders explore and exploit the uncharted regions of the galaxy for the benefit of mankind. So think of us like explorers, or maybe even, I mean, you could even, it definitely sounds like exploring and exploiting. Like, it sounds a lot like what pirates would do. but we're also like, this is for the benefit of mankind, so it's like very much these people like Theodora, they still serve the Emperor. So let's see. But yeah, it's really cool that you can pull up like the vocabulary words here, like psyker, intelligent species who possess some degree of psychic ability or powers. And we played as a psyker in Darktide.
Sanctioned psychers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden Throne. Or do you suggest that we use heretics, who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants.
The Emperor of Mankind. There you go. Oh, dude, yeah, Kristen Wiig as Cheetah was like horrible. I don't think Topher's quite that bad of a choice, but yeah, because I mean we pretty much only knew Kristen Wiig as like you know, Saturday Night Live type of actress. So I guess it is both are kind of strange casting choices, but like I think Topher worked pretty well as playing that kind of, you know, seething, envious work colleague of Peter Parker that, you know, Eddie is kind of supposed to be. He just didn't have the physical looks that, you know, people would want for it to be like comic accurate, which is always a phrase that goes around. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the role playing for sure. Like that's the whole point of like games like this and like Mass Effect going around here. Straight answer to a simple question.
Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officers' deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Dude is out of there now. See what happens
So,
here.
why are you here?
Why am I here?
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris.
Massimo.
I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
Man, I need to write a character bio like that for myself. That is that's pretty sick.
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with Von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Interesting. That's pretty cool. Yeah, she's got a quality bio. So this is a game, this is what's known as a CRPG. So you're probably familiar with like role-playing games. This is a character role-playing game. So, I mean, what are we? Oh, dude, we're already an hour in, dude. This is why we only got like 3 hours into this game before I was like, you know, before I like wrapped up stream. It was just a lot. It was a lot learning how to play this game and reading things aloud and like trying to learn the battles and like probably what, like 30-45 minutes of the beginning of the stream was probably like designing my character. And so very much like say Mass Effect or Elder Scrolls or any RPG, like you're slotting points into all your traits, and you're deciding, are you going to be a strong character, a smart character, are you going to be roguish, and then also like Darktide. Even Darktide had some of these options where you pick like your planet of origin, you pick like what you grew up being. Even Dune had some of this as well, Dune Awakening. Yeah, you'll pick like your planet of origin, like what faction you come from, where did you come from, riches, were you just a poor street kid, pretty neat. It gives you a lot of options. And then of course they're pretty well known for having, like, much like Final Fantasy Tactics and other games like that, the battle system is like grid based, and you're taking turns and picking where you want to put your characters on the battlefield, and then you choose what attack they want to do, and then once everybody attacks, your turn ends, then the bad guys make their moves. I think XCOM might even somewhat be similar. I think even Midnight Suns, Marvel's Midnight Suns, has some of the same things. I don't know if we'd technically call it a CRPG, because it's also a card game. So it has randomization of, instead of picking and choosing your attacks, you're only choosing the attacks based on the cards you get from your deck. So that's pretty cool.
Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader.
Oh, this is going to be a boring game if I'm not rogue trader.
The high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitveer served me for many years before he made his mistake. I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Warp. Alternate dimension of pure energy and madness existing as a mirror to real space also known as the Imperium, the Aether, the Sea of Souls, or Warp Space. Yeah, there's like all sorts of games fall into this genre, or even this game. They're all pretty deep, and they offer quite a lot of branching storylines. Prove myself as a worthy heir. One of my current responsibilities.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They just straight up call her Lord Captain instead of like Lady.
Lady Theodora, for the
But
God
then
Emperor's sake,
they say that.
surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Abelard, look at this guy.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Isn't that crazy?
The Rycad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Koronus Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rycad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time. Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide. Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a voidship travels between the stars. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead. Sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars.
I love that they take the time to like explain how all this stuff works, because if this is like your first Warhammer game, or 40k game rather, it could all be very overwhelming. And they start throwing all these vocabulary words at you, like big words with like Latin and Greek roots to them and whatnot. Like, you're like, what? But like having read First and Only, like they actually talked about some of this pretty early on as well, like how, I mean, without like boring you, you know, they sort of just like explained like, hey, this is, you know, kind of how they like jump to hyperspace and stuff like that. Yeah, and like she doesn't just like rant at you, but like she explains it. She's like, ugh, I guess you guys don't understand. You peasants wouldn't actually know how it works, you know? So like it's really cool that she broke it down, man. All right, no more questions.
In that
I think
case,
we're good.
I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
I have to say, I love all these like character cards. Like the art that they've done for this is incredible. Oh, the las guns. Oh, dude, we're getting raided.
My soul is ablaze with righteous fury.
Okay, all combatants act in turns. Order is determined by an initiative roll. So very, very D&D. The order of turns is displayed on the left side of the screen from the bottom to the top. So starting with Theodora and then going up. The character at the very bottom goes first. Yep, there we go. All right, let's begin.
Look out!
She went and took cover.
Worse battles than this in my time.
All right, there's Abelard.
Reduced to dust.
Ooh, dude.
Follow my lead.
All right, Mort over here. Ooh. Got like a pyre cannon.
Once you a target. Death to non-believers. Oh, my ears are ringing.
We got some heretics here. Oh. Missed me. Use cover to avoid enemy attacks. Yep. Yep. And the cover is marked with a shield so that you know that you're taking cover. Character will not receive a bonus if attacked from a side not protected. Yeah. So if I want to take cover, like taking cover right there would be stupid because I have like dudes right here that would shoot me. So I think, well, actually, let me see like what my range. Yeah, my range of gunfire is not particularly great. Let's see. I say I take cover here and maybe we'll try to shoot at these guys because they are within range. Whereas like some of these other guys, yeah, might be a little bit of a leap. One of my favorite OSTs. Dude, like, I feel like this, like Darktide has Jesper Kidd doing the composing, and like, there's just so many incredible Warhammer games that have like really good soundtracks.
This is beyond me.
What?
I will not be deterred.
There we go. We missed. Yep. Well, and I thought we slotted in some fairly good points into our weapon skills. All right, I guess that's it for my turn. Well, everybody's missing. Goodness sake, you guys got Stormtrooper ain't right here. Oh, dude, Midnight Suns is one of my favorites. That's another game we need to go back and finish.
Reduced to dust.
Yeah, he's shredding right now.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Dude. Positive effect. Temporary positive effect from an ally. L to activate the initiative tracker. Okay. old injury. Yeah, and those are my stats that I picked out. So, I mean, I do have 40 ballistic skill. I'm pretty intelligent as well. Yeah, and then I have a lot of abilities that came with, like, how I designed my character. Can I hit this guy? Did you miss again? You fucking idiot. I haven't done anything this fight. Alright.
Such is the will of chaos.
I'm just gonna stay here until we have a move.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Reduced to dust.
Yeah, Abelard's making us look like a bunch of nerds. Yeah, good job, guys. Go team.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Whoreson is, man, what a fantastic phrase. Yeah, man, the, honestly, yeah, I wouldn't let these games intimidate you. I think this one, I don't know if I can show. Yeah, here's the difficulty. So, you can literally go into this game and just edit every single modifier here. Look at this. So yeah, all of these and big long explanations as to what everything does. I mean, you could literally just go to like story mode if you just want to play it for the story, or if you want to customize and just like if you're struggling with something, want to make everything easier. I'm gonna try it on normal. We'll see, because I mean I have dabbled in CRPGs before. I've played XCOM. I've played Midnight Suns. I've played a variety of games, as well as
Scum burst onto the deck, huh?
what is the game? Final Fantasy Tactics.
I have seen many an officer
What else am I thinking
at the
of?
sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
I mean, and I grew up playing like RTS games, and so I'm like familiar with a lot of games that have like strategy type stuff. Yeah. What is happening? What are your orders? Let's say what are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the arch-militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Roger on the Todger, mate.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Oh, dude, they are shooting the place up. Vortex body is riddled with holes. Shot him at point blank. Master of Arms is not looking good. Here we go.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
This guy.
Always on time, eh, Kunrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Oh.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here.
Oh no.
Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
Also, the other thing I really like is the controller support in this game. I like that as well, because sometimes a lot of games like this will just be mouse and keyboard only.
Received word from the Engineering
Yeah,
regarding
Coonrad.
field failures, but communications were already unstable.
Not the nicest
half an hour
fella.
ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish.
Oh.
That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on transitional deck 18.
Okay.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
Aaron. He glances at me, winks, and smiles. Yeah, dude, Owlcat is awesome, man. They really knocked this out of the park, and
If I may,
I'm excited
Lord
for
Captain,
Dark Heresy.
Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Interesting.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? Then move out! Mort!
Mort gets to go with her, man. He's got that pirate cannon.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
You can go in front of me and shield me from potential threats. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll be fine. Maybe we'll improvise some weapons on the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Oh yeah. Something hits you hard with a sharp crackle, consumed by unbearable gut-wrenching pain. Traitor! Promised you a special destiny, Aaron. It is time to fulfill it. What a wee pleck. Yeah, I like the sass, man. Sometimes you gotta dish it out, man. I like all the options. That like most games would only give you like 2 or 3 dialogue options in most situations, and this game will be like, it'll give you like 5 or more. Like, it's crazy.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
You two-faced scum! You're the one behind this mayhem.
How perceptive of you.
Aaron.
I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber. This void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
I really like option 2 right here. What is it, inbred? Your blood too thin for the Sentinel? I'll help you as long as you spare my life. Oof. Will you let me join you? We can take the warrant from Theodora together. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, fuck this guy. I'm gonna call him an inbred.
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Von Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
What sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy? You sordid, wretched piece of grog shit. Oh, why are you doing this? I have no intention of helping you. Yeah. I'm gonna coerce.
Wretched. What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
Yeah, so he's not interested in serving mortals, I guess.
Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Von Valancius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
I gotta say, guys, it's gonna be a very short game if we can't, if we just get pumped for blood here. Oh yeah, he's using like some sort of manipulation here. Quiet whispers flood your mind. Go to the gate. Intruding influence. Wounded by the corrupted weapon which led to a warp entity invading your mind. Yeah, dude, we think alike, ZZ. Like, use those skill check options so that you can like earn some XP right away. That's why I always love, man. I always love, I like somewhat in like every type of RPG. I like having a bit of intelligence or charisma. so I can like talk my way in or out of situations or like manipulate people. It's very fun. And also, like, if you end up getting XP, it's a win-win, right? So let's see right here. It says tech use 40. I have a 100% chance here, so... Alright, let me see what it's explaining here. Skill test and dialogues. One of the available dialogue options requires making a skill test. Unlike with passive skill tests, which are made automatically, you can decide whether or not to select an option, the consequences of which depend on the result of the associated test. Success or failure affects how the dialogue develops. Depending on the context, you might change the course of the conversation, alter the character's attitude, or perform an action whose consequences will only become apparent later. Select the dialogue option that requires a skill test to display a tooltip detailing your chances of success. The number after the skill's name indicates the difficulty of the test. Once your character starts traveling with allies, the party member with the highest score in the applicable skill will be selected for each test. So yeah, it's not that I need to be skilled in every single thing. I could be the intelligence guy. Someone else could be the tech guy. Someone else could be the strength guy. So if there's like a strength check, whatever it may be. It's really cool. First character was built to use their intelligence instead of fellowship. So smart and persuasive, but stemming from just one stat. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. So yeah, it looks like I can examine that device here. Skill value plus 40, plus 75 difficulty modifier. Can we expand that more? Oh, that's it. Okay. I got 20 experience. But because I have 40 intelligence, my tech use value. Fathom the workings of unknown technical artifacts. Open doors, containers, and hack cogitators. Perimeter. Sentinel turns its head to you. Okay. Yeah, we know about experience points. Okay. A little bit much. Okay. Strange alloy that was used as a material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. Ooh, can we get a... incredibly rare and powerful piece of technology from humanity's ancient past. Okay, got it. Servitor at the gate begins to move with the screeching and groaning of metal. It leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. A whisper, oh no, runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Voitveer wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. So let's examine the Sentinel. It's different from ones you are used to. Skin covering is stitched together with copper thread, metal hinges in place of the standard joints. Seems the creators of the Sentinel did everything to ensure the service life of this unit would be much longer than that of ordinary automatons. What's up, Iceman? What are you talking about? 3 days to release? Which game are you talking about? Look for anything that can be used as a weapon. Chamber anteroom is empty and in perfect working condition.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
Puncturing your skin, sinking into your flesh. Dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and pumps stir into motion. Mid-screen of the cogitator flickers. Sentinel jaws remain closed, and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath, maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened. Oh, Ghost of Yote? Is that what it is? I don't know what... Honestly, I'm only tracking right now, like, the very small amount of games that I know. Okay, so Ghost on Thursday. Hey, let's go. Okay, interesting.
High levels of caustic humus.
I don't think I'll have time for that one. We're already drowning in games. Oh, so we're hearing a voice come through here. The entity. Reordered it digitally. Can't go to stores and be sick. Well, I hope you feel better soon, man. Hell yeah. Ghosts on Thursday. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, we just bought Silent Hill F. Like, still have Metal Gear Solid Delta. We're starting this again. we have Space Marine 2. We have so many games to play.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Oh. Dude, not the flamethrowers.
There is still another way.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Wanted to look around a little bit. Dude, look at those turrets. Everybody got roasted. Nice. Alright, let's move up then. Valencias. By my will and the true words of this document, I appoint this person the bearer of the warrant of trade, bestow upon them their dynasty. Sick.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel, designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
Yeah, being sick is annoying for real. Yeah. Well, it's good it's nothing like super major, yeah.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I'm trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I
Unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Okay, we got our orders.
Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Yeah. Right? Why do we have, like, I've literally grown up in the area of Texas I'm living. I've literally traveled all over the state. I've traveled all over the world. And it's like, it's always places like this, but we also get like a lot of dust and ragweed. But I mean, also if you live in like Houston, College Station, like that area, there's like high pollen counts and like cedar and stuff, which can get on your allergies as well. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm starting to wonder, like, should we put on like like space helmets when we go outside, like spaceship explorers? Like, would it be better? Would we be better off if we weren't like breathing in all sorts of stuff? Okay, so we get notifications, objectives, the journal. Okay, let's see if we can figure out.
No suffering will make me forget his sacred words.
Oh, yeah.
Burn the heretic, kill the mutant, purge the unclean.
Rumors, contracts, quests. The UI, like, look at the UI of this game. Like, it's so cool. Map. Oh no, not a dictionary of everything Warhammer.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Close that door.
Run, fools, or fall!
Abelard?
Master! Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this? What?
He's a traitor. He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something. Trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan.
Oh, holy God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. Bandmaster, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora. Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster.
Oh, we can't. Yo, Iceman, appreciate that. Appreciate the super chat, dude. Hate to be sick, but both will stop you? For Ghost of Yote? No, I think you'll, you can still game while sick, yeah? if anything, that, you know, gives you time off work, school, all that kind of stuff. Oh, the birthday was good, man. Birthday was good, man. We, I think we had a lot of fun, like, streaming, and just, like, I also took the weekend off and, like, went and did some stuff. And, I think one of our recent, you were there for the members only, video, you know, where I just kind of showed, like, a bunch of stuff I kind of picked up as well. How do I get this back? Okay, there we are. Yeah, man, it was super great, man.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Oh, we got an axe. Strike, swing, sweep, auto pistol. Pistol burst. 50% chance over penetration. 5% armor penetration. Black chest plate. 20% armor. Dodge penalty times 0.75. Will dodge 23% of average enemy attacks in this chapter. Armor reduces incoming damage of average enemy attacks in this chapter by -15. 10% of armor kit cargo. Okay. Character can lose some of their wounds. Your character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Kunrad. This happens when a character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their max wounds within 1 round. The exact percentage of wounds a character must lose for this to happen may vary depending on the difficulty of the game you choose. Injuries reduce the character's resolve. When a character initially suffers an injury, it's considered a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. Once 3 rounds have passed, a fresh injury becomes an old injury. Fresh injury can be healed with a medikit without passing skill tests. Old injuries can be healed with a medikit, but they require the character administering the treatment to pass a medikit skill test to succeed. When character loses all of their wounds, they fall unconscious. Okay. Once combat's over, the wounds of all party members are replenished automatically, but any injuries they may have sustained remain. Those can be healed with a medikit. Field medics feature base skill Medicaid. Medicaid skill advancement at least once. Medicaid skill test determines the number of wounds that will be restored as a result. Left trigger, select Abelard's portrait, and then press A. Okay.
With each step, I forge
You
my
consult the
destiny
appropriate
among the
treaties on
stars.
Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
I'm confused.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
The Emperor protects.
What advice do you seek?
Blessed.
Look no further.
My faith is my shield. The Emperor protects.
I am at your service. We are the spearhead of the Imperium. Let's patch you up.
With you at my side, victory is within our grasp.
What advice?
For the Emperor. Know your duty.
Nice. Baja, you need Baja Blast to feel
Arm
better.
yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment.
Okay.
Grows from idleness.
Wait.
Blessed is von Valencia's bloodline.
Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment.
Forgot how I.
The Emperor protects.
Your senator.
Heresy grows from idleness. We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment. Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment.
I've literally don't remember how to open up the
Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment.
Listen, if you don't shut the fuck up. Oh, there it is. Right trigger. Oh, it's such a weird button for like that type of option. We got the flak chest plate. Okay.
That is a noticeable improvement.
Right trigger is
Now you're prepared for the trials ahead.
weird.
The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive. Come.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
Uh-oh.
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward.
You are my next offering to the dark gods.
Don't you dare to cross us!
Tactical phase. Characters cannot attack or take other actions. May try to take up advantageous positions. Select a character by holding left trigger, moving the frame of their portrait, and then releasing LT. Choose which cell you want the character to move to, then press A. Red cells are areas inaccessible. During the tactical phase, each character may move up to their maximum movement points, cannot position themselves adjacent to an enemy. Okay.
Chaos guides me.
Wait, did I skip that? I might have skipped it.
That's nothing worse.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with all this.
I can't allow myself to do this. Actions will speak louder than words. Another step towards our ultimate victory. And so it shall be.
Death to the weak.
I don't know.
Out of my way.
I shall enjoy everything with unshakable faith. I can still fight.
Yep, I did just use charge. Brace for impact. Charge.
It will be done. One fewer target.
No, it's gonna cost too much to heal me. Why can't I use that med kit? Goes up under like grenades? Weird. Let's see. If I do charge, it's not gonna kill anybody. Let's see, what if I just... If I do a regular attack, we could take this dude out.
The Emperor, your corrupt way has failed.
Yeah, I probably should have... I don't know, I didn't do that thing at the beginning where they were like, hold left trigger or something and place your characters accordingly. I think I skipped it on accident.
Brace yourself, Abelard. I will do my duty.
Got him. Dude's done. Advance the level of your character and companions. Prevailing in battles, exploring the Koronus Expanse. Completing quests earns you experience points. Right trigger, level up. New abilities, talents, skill improvements, and other enhancements. Your companions will gain new levels the same time as your character, even if they are not included in the active party. Oh, that's cool. Nice, nice.
We are the spearhead of the...
For the Emperor! Let us walk this path to the end.
Collecting loot. Trophies on the right side of the trophy window. Your inventory.
Blessed is...
What advice do you seek? This wound will make a fine scar.
Even in the darkest moments, there is...
Look no further.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
So the sword... Sword does somewhat more damage, but... Yeah, I like the armor penetration. Let's see, what's the difference? As pistol. Ooh. Okay. I like that. Interesting.
Heresy.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Ah, we can look at his inventory. His ballistic skills a little lower.
What advice?
For the Emperor.
Alright, let's see what we can level up. Radical, heretical, dogmatic, iconoclast. Rouse is for toughness. I think coercion or like Medicae. So coercion is 45. Medicae is 40. I'm taking a bit of damage, so I might up the Medicae thing.
The Emperor
I'm at your service.
Let's see what his stats look like. Yeah, I'm gonna go into strength, I think.
Your seneschal is...
Blessed is von Valencia's bloodline.
Oh, nice. This was the old character I made. Oh, so we got to the upper decks.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Oh, did that? Hang on. Oh, that's interesting. So that altered my outfit. I'm kind of surprised that there's not a like a transmog, because that changed what my commissar looking outfit. A little different now. I don't look quite as
The
fancy.
divine watches over us.
Oh, what happened there, Chief? Zone map, a diagram of the void ship. Some parts are not available. Okay. There's a psyker.
I hear it here on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abala, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the Imperium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
Yikes.
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are Von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
Ghost of Tsushima is 5 years old. Yeah, I did some streams a while back, yeah, when it first came out. And then I tried to pick it up again when I got my PS5, but I just couldn't get back into it. But yeah, the hype is real. I understand that.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? I have seen you. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart.
Soul has been tamed by the influence of warp sorcery, and it seems you will never be rid of it.
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineering, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Enginseer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Huh? Okay.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
And she's right. Dira has joined your party. Oh, let's go.
My faith is my...
My whispers crave entertainment.
Psychic Shriek. Forewarning. Increases the target's dodge and parry by 10% at the end of combat. Analyze enemies. Targets one enemy within line of sight. Target immediately gains +2 exploits.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Did you want something?
What the Emperor protects.
Yeah, I think we're actually further than I've ever gotten in this game. Flesh have entangled the metal.
Know your duty. Strength.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice. Let's get to it.
My patience has failed me.
My armor is contempt
to non-believers.
Damn. I should have. Psyker and an operative. Analyze enemies. Intelligence bonus. Psychic powers.
Will do. What an unfortunate turn of fate. No can do.
Oh, she has to have line of sight.
But of course.
I bring ruin.
Strike does 7 to 9 damage, single attack.
It will be done. I took care of this one. Indeed. Reduced to dust.
Use hologram to gauge the effectiveness of intended actions before taking them. That was cool, so I was able to like test what it was gonna do, and then I did it. Misfortune. 20% penalty to dodge.
mocking me. Anything else? Will do.
Follow my lead.
Okay, so that will kill him, so we'll...
Let my enemies tremble at the
confirm.
sound of my steps.
And he dodged it. And he's too close to attack.
Hold on.
Got him.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short.
Voice coming from the Vox grill at the base of the bizarre chair.
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Fusion between body and chair, stronger than wild impetuses. Mutant remains seated but leans as far forward as he can, his layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The gill slits burst open, forming two hideous screaming mouth-like pits. Oh boy.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
Oh, dude is bleeding out.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must us begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Okay.
Vespidas, good luck. And thank you.
Black tears mixed with blood are streaming under closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static, interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Okay, so you don't have to loot each body. Private haven of the ship's guide through the warp and the death trap for anyone left inside it after translation to the Imperium.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Barely clinging to life.
For the Emperor. Heresy grows from idleness.
Perception and willpower. She has perception 45 plus 5, 60 plus 10. Willpower. Wow. I have 40 fellowship. Okay, let me do a quick break before we load into the next section. But this is really cool so far. I'm actually really liking this. We're finally making some progress, and we're having a blast with it. So we'll be back in a moment.
Quack, quack. What are you guys doing? Are you guys for real? Quack, quack, quack. You guys have a lot to talk about? Yeah, me too. Whoa!
Alright, I'll catch you guys later.
Quack, quack. What are you guys doing? Are you guys for real? Quack, quack, quack. You guys have a lot to talk about? Yeah, me too. Whoa! Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Quack, quack. What are you guys doing? Are you guys for real? Quack, quack, quack. You guys have a lot to talk about? Yeah, me too. Whoa! Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Quack, quack. What are you guys doing? Are you guys for real? Quack, quack, quack. You guys have a lot to talk about? Yeah, me too. Whoa! Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Quack, quack. What are you guys doing? Are you guys for real? Quack, quack, quack. You guys have a lot to talk about? Yeah, me too. Whoa! Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Quack, quack. What are you guys doing? Are you guys for real? Quack, quack, quack. You guys have a lot to talk about? Yeah, me too. Whoa! Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Alright. Thought we'd take a little break, see if I feel a little better. My hand was getting kind of numb. But I want to play a little bit further here. Let's see. Officer's deck, I think, is where we're supposed to go. Yeah, we'll probably find a nice place we could get to and wrap up for the night. But honestly, I'm quite happy with some of the development we've gotten to in this story. Oh, dude should have ran to cover, man. He was trying to dead sprint out of there. He should have been happy, like, getting to that cover or something.
It's all over for you.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not
Argenta.
their pleas.
Somebody shoot this pug!
Oh, he was about to say a slur. Or something. Something not nice.
Not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My god. My light. My emperor.
Oh my god, look at her picture. What's up, girl? What's up? Oh my god. I gotta send that to Andrew. Okay, the white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems she is not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you. That's crazy.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face. It is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
I have to say, like, the way the text reads, it does read like a Warhammer book.
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution.
Okay.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
What is a warrior, the Adepta Sororitas, doing aboard a rogue trader ship? Your orders serve the ecclesiarchy, do they not? Who are these people with you? What is happening on the officer's deck? We must get to the main hall of the deck. I want to try this. So, see, it says 100%, so I don't know. I guess that means I succeeded.
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Yeah, we don't have time for story time, do we?
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors.
Yikes.
Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
Through this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
Oh, she joining the team?
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Ooh.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Shield?
Blessed is Von Valencia's bloodline.
Yeah, I might try that for a minute.
My faith is my shield. The Emperor protects.
Okay. So she also has high perception, which mine's only 30, hers is 40. I could try to move that up a little bit. If I want to be better.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
What's that? Oh, okay. What's up, Easy? Teaching the 7th graders. Little devils. That's where she came from. Alright. Totally a battle room.
Know your duty.
Run, fools! Or fall!
Surrender to the dark powers!
Something like that. Get everybody. barely survived. Oh man. Let's do that. That way Abelard is in perfect placement to do his thing. Argenta is warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas, a soldier. Burst range weapons, run and gun. Grants soldier extra movement points. And reduces the cost of the next attack by -1 action point. Soldier will also suffer a -10 penalty to ballistic skill for this attack. Okay. Revel in Slaughter can be used once for each 3 enemies the soldier kills in a single battle. Each activation of this ability increases the soldier's ballistic skill, critical hit chance, and critical damage. The effect stacks and lasts till the end of combat. Make burst attacks. Melee burst attack. The character makes several strikes against a single target. The first strike hits the target. All subsequent strikes will automatically hit. If the first strike is dodged or parried, all subsequent strikes are automatically dodged or parried. Yikes. When performing a ranged burst attack, the character fires several successive shots with different trajectories. Most of these shots are concentrated in the center of the selected attack cone. Therefore, the more enemies there are in the center of this area, the more of them will be damaged if the attack is successful. All shots fired after the first one are less accurate and have a higher chance of deviating from the central line. Burst shots are particularly effective against clusters of enemies. Burst shots can hit allies if they're standing in the direction of the attack. Okay. Okay, well, we don't have to worry. Abelard is not in the way. Okay.
I'll do it.
Who even taught you to fight like this?
Oh, he caught a stray. Damn. There we go. Right. That's cool. Yeah, we'll save run and gun for later. I figure try that opening burst. Momentum. Ooh, if she hits a demon or chaos cultist, the additional amount of momentum doubles. Okay. Oh, we'll hang on to that. I I think that's a pretty good turn. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let us take any other actions. Yeah, that's cool. I like all the controller support options here. Alright, Adira, let's see. What can we do here? Gonna hit my boy a little bit, but he'll be alright.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Furtive targets one enemy. We don't really need that. Let's see. Hang on, we got 2 points, so let's do
Was it
target him since he has the most health. And oh my god, lady. What are we doing here? Abelard that little bonus. Okay.
I serve the ruinous palace.
Nice. Good dodge. Yeah, that was a hit from behind. Okay, now you guys are about to get owned. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Try that. Oh, they got all... Okay, so it's not like a circular swing, it's more of a cross section. Well... see what a regular slash will do. Yeah, that'll take him out. Reinforcements. Rush. This guy's too close to rush.
At your beck and call.
Charge, yeah. God damn, he still got me. And then, yeah, we might want to brace for impact, just in case. Okay. Oh boy, here they come.
Death to the weak.
Yep, full and partial cover. Reduces it by 35%. Full cover reduces chance to be hit by 60%. Some cover can be destroyed by melee attacks, area attacks, and other abilities. Destructible cover has a durability bar above it. Single shot can penetrate through any cover. Okay. So let's see. %. Yeah, I think I'm gonna want to move up. I'm gonna get behind that chair. %, chance to take him out.
Will be crushed like dust beneath my feet. Rejoice in service.
Guided by faith!
Not bad. Did some work there. And we got a pistol.
Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
There we go.
Careful now.
That'll help quite a bit. Okay. Now Adira here.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Interesting. Yes, he is kind of within line of sight, so that kind of makes sense. Alright, we'll give Argenta that buff as well. And she's kind of in a spot.
Out of my way!
Oh, buried.
Chaos guides me. I feel my great works, masters!
Well, you're all fucked now. Let's see. Five, 7. I figure. Let's see, hang on.
At your beck and call. Reduced to dust.
Oh. Yeah, not really in a position to attack, but we're in really good cover there. Oh, I probably should have. You should have equipped the. Oh yeah, okay. Probably should have done that before combat. Could have given him a pistol or something. Can't reach him. Yeah, I think we just...
May the Divine's will be done. I will not be deterred. Another step
Nice,
towards
guaranteed.
our ultimate victory. Actions will speak. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
Miss. Nice. Let's see.
Rejoice in battle! Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
I don't really know that I want her to... Well, I could have her move up and just blast everybody. It's 45. What about that? Me none. I'll take the 45%.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Oh, maybe not. Disappointing.
Will do.
Boom.
Was that you? Or...
We'll
But
give
of
her
course.
additional dodge, just in case she takes a hit.
Death to non-believers!
Yeah, there's still a bit of like learning like how things work, but I think overall this is looking good. Move. I think Abelard will likely be able to finish this guy off.
Yep. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
He can do that, then use his rush ability.
Once to a target.
Charge him, take him out.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Look no
Blessed is von Valencia's bloodline.
A replica?
This is out of the ordinary.
Skill test, interaction with environment. Elite churn wheels. Machine spirit vaultlet. Set of icons.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Golden Tokay. Possessed demon engine heart. Rolls of synth leather. Machine right set. Call out a machine spirit. Multi-key. Universal lockpick. Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be handy.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs. Stay faithful and you will be rewarded.
What's this new item here? Electrified shard net. Okay. Logic 100%.
Accomplished.
Rolling 100-sided die. Character's logic skill is 40. 40 minus 10 is 30. Therefore, to succeed on the logic skill test, you must roll a 30 or less. Any result above a 30 will mean failure. It's easier to succeed on a difficulty 40 test than a 10. The higher a character's skill score, the easier it is for them to succeed. Yeah. Skill advancements, bonuses to characters' equipment. Develop different skills for your character and their companions.
I rise above hardships. With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Restore the power supply. Operator's gloves. The wearer gains a +3 bonus to tech use. Melt a charge. Explosive device suitable for eliminating flimsy obstacles. What is that? Servo Skull Anti-Gravitic Impeller. Tinted Purity Seal Wax Bottles. Catechism of St. Drusus. Plastic Crystal Cores. Xeno Artifacts. Huh. For the powers.
I have proven myself yet again.
What is that?
Know your duty.
Oh, we could open this door?
Accomplished. I rise above hardships.
Shotgun. And 2 multi-keys. Nice. Med kits. Okay. Yeah, so it pays to have all these skills and... as I assumed... and to explore the environment.
The divine watches over us.
Blow up the door? That's our option? Okay, let's save. We do a new... oh, it's been doing separate saves. Okay. I was like... hello?
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Never doubt me.
For the Emperor.
Alright. Endure. Till the warrior's next turn, they gain a toughness bonus 2, deflection, +10, plus character level, 6, temporary wound. 1 deflection, and 10. And temporary wounds? Why did I just do that? Dude, these controls are so finicky, and it auto-saved. Fuck is this game, dude?
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Right. Okay. So now Abelard has that.
What advice do you...
My faith is my shield!
I go...
Did I mention that my whispers tell me jokes? Jokes that once said aloud make your eyes bleed and blood curdle.
It removes all exploits from the target, decreasing the target's dodge, parry, and armor.
Should I divine our next step?
The Emperor sets my path.
Enter. Revel in slaughter. Yeah, this perk. Soldier immediately removes the winded effect. Until the end of combat, the soldier gains the following bonuses. Plus 10 ballistic skill, plus 15% crit damage, plus 5% critical hit chance. Available after the soldier kills 3 enemies. Kill counter is not reset between rounds. Okay. Fine.
Sins.
Heresy grows from idleness. Let us walk this path to the end.
All right, I think we'll save there and wrap up for tonight. But I'm excited to see where this game goes. Nice. have various formations. Very cool. Yeah, I like this game. A lot of fun. I look forward to playing more of it. So yeah, we'll definitely do some more of this soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this first look into Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I think now that we're like learning it, we can probably play this some more. So we'll definitely do that. So once again, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.